Hi everyone, this is the offense part of April's classes. We're going to do about wraps. There are multiple variations on the wraps. Most people can throw one wrap, two wraps, several wraps, but what we're targeting now is learning to do a different variation on the wrap. If you can already throw one version of the wrap, practice another version. If you're not even throwing a good wrap in the first place, don't practice multiple versions of the wrap. Make sure you've got one right. I can throw multiple variations of the wrap, but I made sure I could throw them all. Made sure I was good at one before I went on to the next one and could kill people with it. So with that in mind, we're assuming that most people would be able to throw one or two. So we're going to go about some ideas about other variations on wraps and some other stuff there. There are multiple versions of the wraps depending on how you throw it, how your hand is, where your body is, where your opponent is, all those sort of things. But we're going to sort of just distinguish them into three general groups: a wide wrap, a straight wrap, and a tight wrap in regards to it. Now, it's starting to speed a little bit, isn't it? We'll have enough time to get this one done, hopefully. Okay, so the wide wrap. The wide wrap is a fairly common one. It's about 1 metre to the side. It's 30 centimetres to the side where your roll point is. You roll. Okay, that's the first wrap that most people learn to do. Second one is the straight wrap, which hands go forward and then rolls relatively lightly. Okay. Third one is the tight wrap. Often sort of hands just your body rolling. Now you can hit different parts of the bodies for each one of those wraps. If you use the sort of like say somewhere low like this, wide, snap, tight. Okay. Depending on where their shield is, depending on where you are, depending if they're on their knees or not. Same thing for the head. Wide wrap, snap wrap, tight wrap. Depending on where your hand is, depending on what's happening there. So, if you use that idea, you can practice on multiple variations on the pedal. Like, I'll give you a fairly simple drill that I occasionally practice in regards to it. I pretend there's 5 points on the pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll practice it by doing a rap drill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. In regards to it. So there I did 5 variations on a rap. All the same basic rap. So what I would suggest is remember to break down the rap into its basic elements. Make sure you're doing it slowly to start with. Make sure your elbow is always bent. Remember that a hip is a double motion. Hip forward, hip backwards. Now you can take the step to do it. Hip forward, then back. Doesn't matter as long as you're getting that double hip motion. Always be careful when practicing initially with the rap that you're not striking flat. You make sure it's striking on the striking surface. Because a common one to do it is to go, oh hang on, should be there. So make sure you're practicing that one. Work it slowly, build it up on power, and that should do it. I don't think it's getting very heavily. So if you have any queries, drop it on the household list.